Okay, are we ready to start the meeting?
We're good to go.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Rick Gentry, Chair of the Board of SDHC Building Opportunities Incorporated, a nonprofit affiliate of the San Diego Housing Commission. It is 9:03 a.m. on July 15, 2020, and I'm calling to order the special meeting of the board. The process we're using for today's meeting is authorized by Governor Gavin Newsom's Executive Order N-29-20, which he issued on March the 17th of this year to address the COVID-19 public health emergency. The meeting is occurring by video conference with all board members and staff participating by video. Our general counsel is participating by telephone until he figures out the video. For the record, board members Jeff Davis and Suket Dayal are also present. No members of the public are in attendance. However, members of the public may watch the video conference and hear the audio of today's meeting, which is being streamed live online. The agenda for today's meeting included a link to the website of the San Diego Housing Commission Board of Commissioners, where the public can access the live streaming for today's meeting. The public has been provided with an alternative opportunity to provide comments to the board of SDHC Building Opportunities, Inc. through an online comment form. A link to this forum also was included on the agenda for today's meeting, which was posted in the public notices section of the San Diego Housing Commission's website, which is www.sdhc.org on Monday, July the 13th, 2020. The agenda and the public comment forum explain that comments about items on the agenda will be read into the record if they were submitted by 4 p.m. yesterday, Tuesday, July 14th. In addition, non-agenda public comments submitted by 8 o'clock this morning will be read into the record. I'll point out now, however, that no non-agenda public comments or comments for any agenda items were submitted for today's meeting, either yesterday or this morning. I'd like to ask now, Chuck, would it be appropriate for me to announce now the nominations and the effective nature of the two new board members?
It might be. Let me read into the record, if I could, a statement that deals with the way board members are selected.
Lovely. I was going to do that. If you do it, it'd be even better. Okay,
let me do that. So under the terms of the bylaws of the corporation SDHC Building Opportunities, Inc., the San Diego Housing Commission President and CEO is given the power to appoint board members who are not compensated in any way for the services on the nonprofit's board. In accordance with those powers, because certain prior board members have left the employment of the Housing Commission or have been reassigned to different job duties, Mr. Gentry has exercised his right under the terms of the bylaws to appoint two new board members. They are Jeff Davis, who's the Executive Vice President and Chief of Staff of the San Diego Housing Commission, and Suket Dayal, who's the Senior Vice President of Strategic Operations and Policy for the San Diego Housing Commission, as the two new board members. Both have agreed to serve. Later in the agenda, there will be an action item 4B that will be taken just to ratify those appointments, although that is not required under the terms of the bylaws. I think with that, you're good to go in any way you want.
Okie dokie. Let me pull my notes back up here. That being the case, welcome Suket and Jeff as new board members. Next, let me ask if either of you, either Jeff or Suket, if either of you have any comments you wish to make at this point. I see a couple of shaking. I see two shakings of heads. I'll take that as no's. Okay, let's go then, if we could, to item 4-A on the agenda. This is the approval of the minutes from the special meeting of February the 28th, 2018. I'll note a correction for the record. Today's agenda included a typo. The minutes are from February the 28th, 2018, not from February the 2nd, 2018. The correct date appears in the minutes themselves, which are also posted online before today's meeting. Do any board members wish to make any changes to the minutes, or do I have a motion? Do I hear?
I move to approve the minutes of February 28th, 2018.
Okay, the motion by Board Member Davis. Do I hear a second from Board Member Dayal?
Yes, I second it. Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion by Board Member Davis and seconded by Board Member Dayal to approve the minutes from the February 28, 2018 special meeting. For the record, I will ask each board member to state your vote on the motion when I state your name. Jeff Davis,
Approve.
Suket Dayal,
Approve.
and I, Chair Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Moving on, item 4B is the ratification of the appointment of Jeff Davis and Suket Dayal as board members. There were no public comments submitted for this item, and I would like to make the motion myself to ratify these two new members of the board, and I would like to hear a second.
I second.
Second, we have a motion by Chair Gentry, a second by Board Member Davis to approve the ratification of the appointment of the board members. I would ask each board member to say your vote on the motion when I state your name. Jeff Davis,
Approve.
Suket Dayal,
Approved.
and I, Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Next is item 4C on our agenda, which is the ratification of the appointment of officers. And I will read those out. They are General Counsel Chuck Christensen, Chief Financial Officer Tracy McDermott, Administration Officer Deborah Fishelfalk, and Communications Officer Scott Marshall. Do I hear a motion on the ratification of this appointment of officers?
This is Jeff Davis, and I move to approve.
Do I hear a second?
This is Saket, and I second.
We have a motion made by Board Member Davis and a second by Board Member Dayal to ratify the appointment of these officers. As I say your name, please state your vote on the motion. Jeff Davis,
Approve.
Suket Dayal,
Approve.
and I, Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Next, we move on to item 4D. Item 4D on the agenda is the authorization to use GoFundMe with PayPal giving to accept donations. And I will ask Tracy McDermott, our Chief Financial Officer, to present this item to the board. Tracy, if you would, please.
Yes, so currently we're proposing that we use GoFundMe with PayPal giving so that SDHC Building Opportunities has the ability to accept donations. We're in the process of setting up this ability right now as we speak. This will give the organization the ability to accept donations via the website.
I will point out there have been no public comments submitted for this item. And let me ask if either of the board members have any questions or comments.
This is Jeff Davis, and I move to approve item 4D.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
This is Saket Dayal, and I second it.
We have a motion by Board Member Davis, seconded by Board Member Dayal to approve item 4D. As I say your name, please state your vote on the motion. Jeff Davis,
Approve.
Suket Dayal,
Approve.
and I, Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Next is item 4E. Item 4E on the agenda is the authorization of an alternative method of accepting donations. And I'll ask Tracy McDermott to present this item as well, please.
This is also in conjunction with the GoFundMe process. This will authorize Building Opportunities the opportunity to receive donations in a form of a wire or a check, and also the GoFundMe form of donation.
There were no public comments that were submitted for this item. Let me ask if any of the board members have any questions or comments on this item.
This is Jeff Davis. I move to approve item 4E.
Do I hear a second?
This is Saket Dayal, and I second it.
We have a motion made by Board Member Davis, seconded by Board Member Dayal to approve item 4E. As I say your name, please state your vote on the motion. Jeff Davis.
Approve.
Saket Dayal.
Approve.
And I, Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Next is item 4F on the agenda, which is to authorize the solicitation of donations registration in the state of California and such other jurisdictions as may be required. Let me ask Tracy McDermott to present on this one as well, please, Tracy.
This is in conjunction with item D and E, so that we may solicit donations in the state of California. And we'll be working with legal counsel to make sure that we meet all compliance requirements so that we may have donations in the state of California.
I'll point out that there were no public comments submitted on this item either. And let me ask if either of the board members have any questions or comments.
This is Jeff Davis. I move that we approve item 4F.
Do I hear a second?
This is Saket Dayal, and I second it.
We have a motion by Board Member Davis and a second by Board Member Dayal to approve item 4F. As I say your name, please state your vote on the motion. Jeff Davis.
Approve.
Saket Dayal.
Approve.
And I, Rick Gentry, vote in favor of the motion as well, which carries by a vote of 3-0. Thank you all. That was great. The only other item left, I believe, is establishing a date for the next board meeting. And Chuck, let me ask you, do we need to establish that now, or could we establish that when we see as need be?
Yeah, there's no need to do that now. We're going to want to make sure that we have at least one meeting annually, but that can be done at a later time. So I don't see any need for you to take action on this unless you want to.
Let me ask Jeff or Saket or Tracy, do you see a need to establish a board meeting? You think we're going to have action that we need to deal with sometime this summer?
Not at this time.
Jeff, how about you?
No, I think we can just leave it with Saket to ensure that a meeting is scheduled within the year.
Great. What we might do, this is the beginning of the fiscal year, so I think it's fair to say we've probably fulfilled the need for at least one board meeting in our fiscal year 2021. Chuck, would that be an accurate statement?
Yeah, we learn how to unmute this. Yes, that would be an accurate statement. And because of the fact this is the first time that we're doing solicitations, I suspect something will come up and we'll need a special meeting. But if that doesn't happen, this would satisfy the requirement for a meeting in this fiscal year.
And given the fact that the board members are in-house and readily accessible, should make it pretty easy anyway. So unless Jeff or Saket or Tracy, you see reason otherwise, I think we'll just forego setting up a follow-up meeting now and do that when we need it.
That works.
Agreed.
Okay, I see Jeff nodding his head, so I think that's an affirmative. Okay. Okay, let me ask if, hold on just a minute, see if I'm missing anything in my text here. Let me ask you all, is there anything else we need to discuss today? Anything else on the agenda? Chuck, anything else from your standpoint?
No, there's nothing from my side.
Okay, then I think what I will do is declare that that this concludes today's special meeting at 9:17 a.m. Same day, still July 15th. And I thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.